Hi, garden friend. You know, people ask me all the time, hey Sally, what does a real master gardener's garden actually look like? Well, today I'm taking you inside of my garden. I'm sharing the 5 secrets hiding right here in my own backyard. You know, this was my childhood home, and I transformed it from this to this. So, let's go, shall we? Now, I've been a master gardener for over 30 years, and I can tell you gardens like this don't just happen by accident. Every single thing that you're going to see today was planted with intention. And the beautiful thing, you can apply every one of these principles to your own garden, whether you have a tiny corner, a full backyard, a cottage garden, or whatever you have to work with. So let's walk through together. So let's start with secret number 1, and it's the foundation of everything that you see here. It's all about giving your eye a place to go. You see, when people look at a garden for the first time, their eye needs somewhere to land. And without a focal point, the whole space just feels busy, overwhelming, and you're not quite sure where to look. In my garden, this is what is pulling everything together. It's the anchor. And here's the beautiful thing, your focal point doesn't have to be expensive. I've found absolutely gorgeous pieces at the thrift store with a weathered pot, an old bird bath, or even a beautifully shaped shrub can do the job perfectly. The key is that it stands out and it's different from everything around it. So here's what I want you to think about in your garden right now. Is there one spot where your eye naturally rests? If the answer is no, then this is where you start. Now, secret number 2 is one of my absolute favorites, and I call it the element of mystery. Have you ever walked into a garden and felt like you just had to keep going? Like there was something more just around the corner? That feeling is completely intentional, garden friend. A great garden doesn't reveal everything at once. It kind of unfolds as you move through it. In my garden, I use this small space or curve, but you can use a hedge, a lawn, or a screening plant. Now this works for any size of garden. Even a small space can have mystery. All you need is a simple curve in a path, a grouping of tall grasses, just anything that says, come and see what's around the corner. Absolutely stunning. What a difference this can make. Now, let's keep going. All right, secret number 3, and this is one I wish someone had told me much earlier in my gardening journey. A lot of home gardeners try to include one of everything. One peony, one salvia, or one perennial grass. All different, all beautiful. I completely understand the impulse. There are so many gorgeous plants out there. But here's what ends up happening. The garden starts to feel like a catalog. Everything is competing for attention and nothing seems cohesive. The secret is repetition. I pick 3 plants and you repeat them throughout the space. You can see right here that I'm using 3 plants in 3 different places, and it creates rhythm or flow. It ties the whole garden together in a most beautiful way. This is the single change that transforms a garden from nice to absolutely spectacular. Pick your favorites and just repeat them. You can also use this with color, and that is what I've done here. In my front bed, I have chartreuse. In my side garden, I have chartreuse. And right here, I have chartreuse. So it's repetition that flows through the garden. Now, secret number 4 is especially close to my heart because it changed everything for me as I've gotten older. Have you ever avoided starting a new bed because the thought of digging up the ground just felt like too much? I hear you. I really do. Because after a lifetime of gardening, my back started sending me some very clear messages. And this is what led me to no-dig gardening. Now this bed right here, I created this without turning a single shovel of soil. I layered compost, cardboard, and mulch right on top of the grass. Look at it now. Well, it's absolutely fabulous. The no-dig method is genuinely a gift for gardeners over 50. Your back will thank you, and the soil actually gets richer over time. Everything breaks down beneath, and if you start a new bed in the fall, like I did here, by spring you have a beautiful workable soil that's just waiting to be planted. No digging required. That's what I've done here. And finally, the most important secret of all, and I want you to really hear this one, so many gardeners feel overwhelmed by everything that they want to create. They look at their whole yard and they don't know where to start. And so, they don't start at all. But look at this little corner right here. Now this is where I started, not the whole garden. In this corner, I made it look as good as I could. And then I moved on to the next section. So instead of trying to take on your whole yard at once, what if you just picked one spot? Maybe it's one plant, one corner, one little section, and you just made it look really, really good. That is how this garden happened. I started this garden in 2008 and I've expanded it naturally. It just grew over time. And that brings me to the tip of the day. This week, I want you to walk through your garden or even just look out your window at it and find your focal point. If you can see one clearly, wonderful. And if you can't, that's your very next project. Pick the spot. Choose one beautiful element and give your eyes somewhere to land. You'll be amazed at what a difference it makes. Now you can use a bird bath, a bench, or a beautiful plant. It's super easy. You know, gardening is a real journey. My garden journey started many, many years ago, and it has evolved over time. After finding inspiration from other people's gardens and finding new plants and ways to use those plants, figuring out what works and what doesn't work in my own garden, whether you have a small yard, a whole backyard, or whether you're using container gardens on your porch or patio, you can find inspiration everywhere. Well, I hope this has inspired you today. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. I hope you're having a great gardening day, and I'll catch you in the next one.